Hello, my name is Anita and this is my channel. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the less than great quality of the video. My equipment is outdated. In fact, I was trying to use a webcam I bought a few years back, but since then I've upgraded my computer, so now the software no longer works with the new operating system, so that kind of threw a kink in my plan. But as soon as I can afford it, I will upgrade my equipment and hopefully I can find something affordable and good. But for now, this will have to do. So why is my channel called Books to Art? Because I love books and I love art. I've been drawing for as long as I can remember, but I finally decided to take it seriously and start on improving my skills. Am I good at drawing? I don't know. I guess it's a matter of personal opinion, matter of perspective. What I do know is there's always room for improvement. I enjoy drawing. I love it. It helps me relax after a long day at work, especially since I work as a cashier. And dealing with people on a daily basis can be kind of exhausting, as I'm sure the people who've worked in customer service before know. So drawing, can't always do it. Sometimes my hands hurt a little too much, but it's always a relaxing thing to do for me. Especially, I like to draw first thing in the morning before I get tired, before I get exhausted. It helps me ease into the day. As for books, I used to inhale books when I was younger. Now, because of my job and life and family, I don't have as much time to read, but I still try and squeeze in a few minutes of reading before bed. Now, with trying to start a YouTube channel, it might get even tougher to find the time to read, but I do hope to keep that up. It keeps my imagination going, keeps me creative. I've also discovered a new passion when it comes to books. I like actually writing. I like coming up with new stories, creating characters, putting them through hell. Coming up with interesting plot twists. Anyway, unfortunately, writing books is a long process, and I don't have anything published yet, but I'm not giving up. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that something's gonna come through in the next couple of years. I do have a couple of projects in the works. They're pretty much, the storyline is finished. I just need to now go back and edit and polish it up so I can hopefully send it off to an agent or something and find somebody who will be just as invested in the success of the books as I am. Anyway, back to the name of my channel. I thought since I love books and I love art, I should combine it. I wanted a theme that would keep me going, that I wouldn't get bored of, and this seemed like the perfect combination. And I figured I start creating art based on books, on the stuff that I read, or try to read anyway, or the stuff that I even come up myself. You'll get to probably see some of my original characters. So why did I start with Sailor Moon? There's actually a couple of reasons. I know a lot of people think when they see Sailor Moon, they think the anime, the TV show. Actually, Sailor Moon started as graphic novels, which is books, which the graphic novels are books. So I thought Sailor Moon would be the perfect introduction to my channel, since I started watching the show and reading the books at a turning point in my life. I got married only a few months before I discovered the show, and I moved from my home country to another country where I didn't quite understand the language. I knew the basics, but I couldn't quite communicate freely. I couldn't hold a regular, simple conversation. And I didn't know anybody either. My husband was the only person I knew. The books and the show, actually, the Sailor Moon books, helped me understand the language better. Because generally, when it comes to cartoons and TV shows in general, you can get a lot of the meaning from the actions. So watching Sailor Moon helped me learn the language a little better. And it also actually introduced me to quite a few new concepts that I didn't know before, like fan art, graphic novels, anime. Also, more serious topics like gay relationships. Yes, I admit I grew up under a rock. I come from a small community where everybody knew everybody, and it was an older community, so subjects like sex were taboo, and never mind same-sex relationships. That was like the absolute travesty. Nobody spoke about it. So I grew up in a bubble. Needless to say, Sailor Moon helped me open my eyes and broaden my horizons. So there is that. Sure, I've discovered plenty of other shows since then, anime otherwise. They are much better than Sailor Moon, but Sailor Moon will always hold that special place in my heart. That's where I needed a friend, and since I couldn't make a real friend in real life, the show became my friend. Also, back then, the main character reminded me of myself in many ways. You know, I was this awkward girl that felt out of place in her own skin and who discovered a whole new world and didn't know what to do with it. With time, Sailor Moon learned to be stronger and braver, and I was hoping back then, and I'm hoping now for the same thing. Because starting a YouTube channel means I have to step out of my comfort zone if I want to make it a success. So in some ways, it feels like I'm starting a new chapter in my life again, just like back then. So that's why I chose Sailor Moon as the first video for my channel. There's still a lot I have to learn about recording videos for YouTube. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't have the best equipment right now. I'm hoping to start buying better stuff soon. But on a cashier's income, it might take a while before I have the full everything I need to make it great. I've also learned a lot just by making this short video. Like, I don't have a proper microphone either. Anyway, I went through quite a few different editing software before I found one that I think will do the job. We'll see after I record a couple more videos and see how it works. There was a couple glitches that I had to deal with and lost progress on my editing. So there's, that little wrinkle in my plan. As for the YouTube channel, as for the channel itself, I have a lot of plans. I would like to try the Sketchbook Slim Challenge in August. If you don't know what it is, I will link a video in the description. It's a challenge started by H.C. Brown. And basically what it is you get this 600-page sketchbook and you have to fill it in a month. Now, since I'm working, I have a family and all that stuff, I don't actually expect to finish this challenge. But I look at it this way. Even if I manage to fill a quarter of the book, that's 150 pages. That's more pages than the regular sketchbooks. And I haven't filled one of those in a long time, even though I do try and draw every day. So drawing 150 pages in a month, that's a huge success for me. So I'm actually excited to try it. I'm going to give my best to record my progress and post it regularly on YouTube. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm determined to give it my best. You can definitely expect a lot of manga style sketches, and since manga and anime became a huge part of my life over the last 2 decades. But I will also try and, like I said, I'm trying to improve my drawing. So hopefully, realistic art is also going to be a big part of the challenge and my YouTube channel itself. Well, so that's it for my introduction. I hope you enjoyed the video. The materials I used is watercolors. Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.